Family members are calling his heroic rescue a Christmas miracle. On Christmas Day 2017, emergency personnel responded to a call about an 8-year-old boy who had fallen into an icy pond in New Harmony, Utah. Without hesitation, Sergeant Aaron Thompson of the Washington County Sheriff's Office responded. His mission soon found him breaking through the ice-covered pond in search of the drowning boy.
I went out a few feet, started stomping on the ice till I broke through. I went through just above my knees. And from there, I kind of kneeled down on the bottom and just started using my hands and my fists, just pounding on the ice, just breaking off, small chunks as I went through. The ice was just over 2 inches thick, so it was pretty difficult to break through. When I dove down to the bottom, it was pretty brutal. It was pitch black. There was absolutely no visibility whatsoever. So I knew that as long as I stayed on the surface, stayed within that search area, and kept moving my arms and my legs around, that I would eventually bump into the victim. I mean, time was moving on. The 37-degree water was really taking a toll on my body. I couldn't take a breath of air. I was just wheezing at that point, and I was floating just up to my neck level.
Sergeant Thompson said it was about 15 to 20 minutes later, just when he was about to give up his search, when he found the boy floating in the 37-degree water. He then began pulling the non-responsive boy from the frozen pond.
I looked down in the water, and just about 6 inches under the water, I seen his hair and his face come floating out from underneath the ice. So I just reached my arm down underneath his arm and pulled his head up out of the water. And just called out to the paramedics. I found him. I'm coming in. I got another little shot of adrenaline, which is the only way I think I probably made it back to the shore. As I was met on shore by a couple of paramedics, and they jerked him out of the water and rushed him into the ambulance. So when they put the young man on the gurney, that was a huge bump in my morale. Even though he had a long fight ahead of him, I knew that he had a chance of survival at that point.
After spending 5 days in the hospital, the family of the boy named Jason said despite the incident, he has completely recovered. Sergeant Thompson was also hospitalized and treated for symptoms of hypothermia, as well as cuts and abrasions sustained while breaking through the ice. While Jason had no memory of the incident itself, he later met the Washington County Sheriff's Sergeant responsible for saving his life.
I met his family. We walked down to the pond together and took some photos and kind of chatted down there for a few minutes, and to kind of memorialize the time that I pulled him out of the water. And for Jason, I took the badge off my chest and I gave him my badge.
Sergeant Thompson has since received several awards and has been nominated for even more for his selfless act of heroism that could have taken his own life. The Washington County Commission and the Sheriff's Office both recognize Thompson for his brave and life-saving deeds.
Putting yourself in imminent danger of injury or death in the effort of a life-saving incident. So Sergeant Thompson is the first one to receive this Medal of Valor.
The boy's family was humbled by the overwhelming support. They extended their thanks to the dispatcher who took the initial call, as well as the local EMS staff, life flight crew, and hospital staff that played an integral part in Jason's recovery. Sergeant Thompson also received accolades from those emergency responders as well. This isn't the first time that Thompson has received awards for his honorable duties. He's received other medals of courage, and this is one story that has a happy ending.
This is definitely the exception, not the rule.
In Washington County, Melissa Anderson, CEC News.